let me say this right quick. The Bible says a closed mouth don't get what they want. Right?
You're right.
Statistics say women do not negotiate the salary.
Right.
So if you want more money and you won't say you want more money, what should employers do? Their goal is to pay you as little as possible. You the same amount of work.
Correct.
So why would they pay you equal if you don't open your mouth and say you want this certain amount?
Right. There you go. I mean, it is what it is. And like I said, I don't even think you're not supposed to talk about pay and that kind of stuff anyway and be comparing it at the job. I had an issue like that in real life, but I don't know. It's tricky. Like,
why you can't talk about pay if you pay people based on performance and merit? Why you can't talk about pay?
Because people will feel a certain type of way and think they should get more than somebody else. And that just creates conflict at work. They can.
So if a person calls out all the time on their performance reviews, that's not based on colors, really based on performance and not whether I like you or not. If they score at the bottom, they don't add to the system.
Right.
Why are you afraid to talk about pay and they'll fail? They're damn near, they barely holding on to the job.
That's just how people are. And I could talk about it vaguely, but as soon as I realized that two workers talked about pay or what somebody else was getting paid, the other person's performance that felt like they should be getting more, even though they're on the same pay scale, but one is working more hours or working more days, and they might be getting more tips. And it was more about the tips. The other person's work performance has gone down just because of that conversation talking about money.
Yeah, but how do you well, I just told you in my experience when I had to control people pay, I base it on performance. I base it on what you bring to the table. I base it on attendance. I base it on, do you bring ideas and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So when I had people, this person make more than I'll just lay it out. I didn't give a hoot. I didn't give a hoot. I believe the top performing person needs to get paid more if I have the ability to do so.
Yeah. I feel the same way you do. But the only thing is getting workers, having loyal people, having them reliable, it's just become a problem, man. Once we get fully staffed like we want and have the coverage that we need, a lot of things are going to change. And as far as being a friend at work, that doesn't work. That don't work. I see that now. Like, people want to get comfortable with you so they can kind of slack off. And you just can't do that when you're in a leadership role. Like, you want to laugh and joke because you're in there with them, but you have to remain in a leadership role. Because if not, things just not going to be running like they should.
The best position, I think I told you this before, Brandon, to be firm but be fair.
Yeah.
So firm and fair.
Right.
I know we got a job to do. So if you got to do A, B, and C, we got to do A, B, and C in this given sets of hours. You know, if you're gonna be late, if you know something's going on in your life, you see, you work with young people, but you know something going on in your life. I value being considerate. Let me know as soon as you know something, and usually everything's gonna be cool. Give me the opportunity to prepare.
Right.
Don't surprise me with no stuff.
Minute.
And if you knew it for 2 weeks.
And that's how it is. Like, I'll be like, the day of, be like, I need somebody to cover for me, and they can't cover. So it's
now, Brandon,